Hi, good morning everyone. So very welcome and really happy to be in KBW. And I've just heard from a guy just now today morning that there's actually more than 500 events in KBW and this is actually one of the first. So you guys are getting a great head start. Alright, so I'm just out of curiosity. My name is Zach and I'm the founder of Pundi X and Pundi AI. Is there anyone that have heard of the project Pundi X? Right, so let me explain a little bit what Pundi X is. Pundi X is actually a crypto project that is doing a point of sales infrastructure payment system. And we have been around since 2017. And one of our very rooted interests is actually in the South Korean market because of the hyper growth of Korean crypto adoption since 2017. The Kimchi Premium, I believe. And we have been listed on Upbit, Bitdom, Binance, and Coinbase. And this is the original project that we have. These are some of the collaboration that we have on Pundi X. So recently with WFI, we will be announcing something with Circle and Binance and etc. etc. Today I want to share with you another project which we have recently launched, which is Pundi AI, and how we plan to be part of the data revolution that everyone is talking about, including many of you that are expert in this. Right, so meet the innovator's wall. Alex is actually an AI developer with a breakthrough idea. So he has a high quality training data requirement. So he wants to find high quality data. And where does he find this? What if he can find high quality data on places that is in the Web3 world? And second, meet Sarah, which is a data scientist. So just now someone which is from the data science field actually said that data science, however close they are to Web3, is actually really far away. And many data scientists are desperate to monetize their data sets, despite the fact that we keep hearing billion-dollar venture funding on AI projects. So data scientists actually want to create valuable labeled data set that is monetizable. And here we are. We have innovators which are starved for capital, creators that are trapped, that they can only sell data set for one time instead of many times, or keep the copyright of the data set. And we also have data, which we feel that is actually a very important field for the AI revolution. And data is something that I believe projects and protocols that are, you don't need $1 billion to work on data. So what Pundi AI Data Pump and Data Market wants to do is to create a revolutionary platform to tokenize high quality AI data sets. We are not really trying to train the data set, but we want to give people which has data set an opportunity to upload it into the marketplace to connect with Web3 people and to monetize their data sets. And of course, we want to create a vibrant, transparent, and decentralized marketplace whereby datasets owner or buyer will know what they are getting at. So everything is done on-chain. So transforming static files into dynamic, tradable, on-chain datasets. How do we do that? One, we create and tokenize the dataset into an ERC-721 data. We call it DTOK. Anyone can launch a DTOK on Data Pump, choose a base pair, whether it's a stable coin, Pundi AI, or even other coins that would like to collaborate with us, and set launch parameters. What it means is that you don't need to code, but you can look for quality data sets to use it for your projects. Second is to crowdfund the process by reaching the bonding curve. The community will buy DTOK directly from the bonding curve, and each purchase raises the price and builds liquidity. Finally, it will auto-launch when it hits the threshold. And the default auto-launch DEX is actually Pancake on BSC right now, but we are open to collaborate and expand to more. So what happens is that after crowdfunding for a data scientist, they would actually see their data sets or the project that trains the data set gets launched onto a decentralized exchange and thus be able to monetize through that. So right now, the project is pretty new. We have over 120 DTOKs launched and 16 DTOKs completed funding. How does the flywheel work? The developer has access to an expanding pool of affordable liquid data sets. I think as of now, we have about 120,000 open source data sets from a data set feeds of a famous person on X, or open source data sets on the environment, the weather, country-focused data sets. So developer can actually go through 120,000 thus far data sets and work with the community. So the community actually become part of the VC. So when you actually buy the data set or purchase part of the data set, you actually become a co-owner of the data set. So community becomes the VC of the new data economy, funding innovation, sharing the upside. And of course, data contributors will be able to upload their data sets and monetize their data sets. Through the process that we work on data pump and data market, we realize there's just so much enormous data sets sitting out there that is not monetized. So I think this is something that many protocols also realize. So this is actually an abundant opportunity waiting to be monetized. And Web3 projects do need these data sets and do have a way to monetize. So for developers, access of capital, so access to crowdsourced capital, and in fact we also did our own bootcamp project, which we actually rewarded $100,000 each to 2 winning projects. So we have been doing that. And second, for the marketplace, work on creating an affordable data marketplace. And also for those of you that are interested in AI agents, you can use the data set to train your AI agent. And one of the interesting projects that actually that is on our platform is actually the data set of a certain very famous finance founder. So what the developer did was that to train the behavior of the AI agent very similar to CZ's, using the data set of CZ that is actually spidered from his X account. So that is something also pretty interesting, yeah. All right, so for data contributors, we hope to unlock true value, create revenue stream, create a very transparent royalty stream. So if you are the dataset contributor, you want to know who used your dataset, who modified your dataset, and maybe potentially who actually used your dataset to create the next billion-dollar AI agent. So everything is transparent on the ledger, and of course, ownership is proven through the ownership of your NFT. We invest in intelligence. We want to grow from the floor up. The project Pundi X launched Pundi AI, and Pundi X has been around for over 8 years, and we have been very invested in the growth of the crypto space. And for me, myself personally, I think South Korea, for our growth journey, Pundi, we have been very fortunate to be growing in the South Korean market. So very invested in growth. Second, of course, liquidity is very important, because once you hit the bonding curve, your trained data set would actually go onto the DEX, which means that a data set owner actually can know the volatility or the price value of the data set, and then feel innovation. Right. Under the hood is actually a fair and secure by design. We use heavily the bonding curve method for fair pricing. So an on-chain algorithm automatically sets the token price based on supply, fair valuation, and rewarding early backers. So I think this is something that many of you are very familiar with. And of course, secure contracts. So MEV protection. So MEV protection is embedded in data pump and data market right from the get-go. So there's no MEV man-in-the-middle attack. And our vision is democratizing AI one data set at a time. To reclaim AI originals promise as an open, decentralized tool for humanity. And we are building the foundation to prevent AI from being monopolized by a few large organizations by using the strength of Web3, which is transparency and the ability to monetize in the market. So why South Korea matters? I think all of you know this as well as I do. That is why we are here today. Many of you flew thousands of miles. So Pundi X, our original project, has been with the Korean community since 2017. And for those of you that are old in the crypto space, you will know us. And we are in Upbit, Bithumb, Coinbase, and we have built a strong credibility. So the Pundi X project is now launching a second project, which is Pundi AI, which is a data market and data pump, and we bring the first mover advantage to data sets, developer, and also monetization of AI data. All right, these are some of the numbers that we have. So the project is still very, very early stage, right? So very, Pundi X is in for 8 years, but Pundi AI is still in a very, very early stage. So we have over 120,000 data sets monetized. So some of the data sets are actually premier data sets that are being used to train the current top best language model. So if they are open source, likely you will see here. And one of the interesting data set collection is, like I said just now, X data set. So the social media footprint, if you will, of people that we know that is part of the open source data sets that you can use. We have over 28,000 data contributors, and we have generated thus far 4.5 trillion data tokens. So if you are interested, you can go and take a look at our data pump, our data marketplace, and there's also an AI launcher embedded in it. So you can actually launch an AI agent from the platform itself. Okay, so we would love to talk to data creators, AI developers, investors, and I have two colleagues with me. One is Clarence and also Minsu. So over there. And one more thing. So we will launch a challenge for a $1 million prize pool of Pundi AI tokens. So the details will be, so we want to keep a bit of suspense because we know that you guys are flying to Singapore, right? So we will announce that in token 2049. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Zach. I think it's great to see some actual platform that's working on to tokenize data and actually make some use out of it. So if you have any questions, please ask Zach. Anybody have questions? All right, seems like Zach explained so well that they don't have questions, but I do. So let me ask you a question. So you talk about different data sets and tokenizing them and providing them for developers and all that. So what kind of data has been tokenized on your platform? And what do you think the demand is going to increase for? What kind of sector do the data demands will increase in the coming future?
Right, so there's a lot of different data sets that are being tokenized, and one of the area that I'm personally very interested in is actually data sets relating to persons or data set relating to Web3 trends that are being tokenized and using those data sets to train a superior AI agent. That is something that is growing in the platform and something that we feel that has a lot of growth in terms of like monetization. Yeah.
That's great to hear. One more question. You see huge potential in perhaps those alpha datas, correct? So like on-chain or like mind shares on Twitter. How do you plan to handle the privacy issue regarding those?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I think that's something that a lot of people ask. So what we do is that we spider the data, as you say, the mindshare on X that is freely available, that is being open on X developer platform. So what we are doing is that we are spidering data that is allowed to be spidered by the developer API by X. So I personally foresee that it is not a problem, and in fact I think this is a kind of like something that is being overlooked. Yeah.
Understood. So that's on the other side of the data, but when we talk about data, there are various types, and the social media or open source are, very small fish in the pond. So do you plan to perhaps tap into more, sensitive data? Because definitely those have way more value.
Yeah. So one thing that always arises, as you have asked just now, is actually privacy. And what we want to position ourselves, and also for projects that come on board to use the data, is that look at it as a browser, right? The browser, all your project allows you to go into the cyberspace, and the data uploader that is uploading the data will be required to have ownership or responsibility of the data. So I think that is something that we want to position ourselves as a very neutral third party. So any kind of data can come in, and of course we want to curate it, but ultimately it's actually a on-chain environment. You can create an ERC721 however you like.
All right. Thanks so much. Please give a big round of applause for Zach.